Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to Lady Khadija Radiallahu Anha Online College Live Lesson A-Level Maths, Pure Maths Year 2. Today's topic is trig equations, but we're looking at one that we haven't used that much, so we're going to go on to tan. If you're following through in the book, it's chapter 7 and it's example 12. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Today's equation is solve 2 tan 2y times tan y is equal to 3, and we want to solve that for y in the range of 0 to 2 pi. So take a look at the equation and try to think of the identities you've looked at and studied and come across, which one can help you here. So looking at the equation, we see tan appear twice, but the first time it's with 2y, double angle. So we got to be thinking, how can I change this to normal tan y or just normal y? So you got to be thinking of your double angle formula for tan, which is tan 2a can be rewritten as 2 tan a over 1 minus tan squared a. So that's one we've done earlier on. You have to go back quite a few lessons before, to get that one, but that is one where we've got to that. So now let's use that. What we can say is that wherever we see tan 2y, we can replace it with something like this. So that would be, with the y in there, it would be 2 tan y over 1 minus tan squared y. So how are we going to replace that? We are going to just make a bit of space first. And we're going to put brackets around the tan 2y. And then we're going to do the swap. So all of this can be replaced with, can replace the tan 2y. And now we just want to expand it out and simplify. So we've got the 2 at the beginning can times the 2 at the top. So that would become 4 at the top. That means I've got nothing on the big outside of the brackets that I need to worry about. The tan y can join the tan y at the top here, so that would be tan y squared, also written as tan squared y. And then if I just bring the equals 3 a bit closer, what we can do is take the denominator and move it to the other side. So I've got the 3 at the beginning and then the brackets afterwards. So you've got 3 times 1 minus tan squared y. Nothing underneath, so I can get rid of the division line. So I've got 4 tan squared y. And then here we just want to expand out the brackets. So you'd end up with nothing changes on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we'd get 3 times 1 is 3 minus 3 tan squared y. And then if we bring the tan squared to the same side, then that would become from minus 3, it would go to the other side as a plus 3 tan squared y, so I'd have 7 tan squared y. And that would be equal to just 3 now, because the minus 3 tan squared y went to the other side. And now if I divide by 7, then I'll have tan squared y is equal to 3 over 7. Remember what the squared really means. It means tan all of tan y squared. So I'm better off doing it, writing it as what it means. So now I can square root both sides and I'll end up with tan y is equal to the square root of 3 over 7. But square roots give you two answers, a positive and a negative. So I have to also write the negative answer, which is tan y is equal to minus the square root of 3 over 7. And then it's just a simple case of putting that into your calculator and figuring out what y is. So the first answer your calculator will get you is, if you're working in radians, 0.58, and another answer it will give you is 2.5, sorry, it's 3.72. And what you want to do is add pi over 2 to each answer. So you get 2.56 and 5.7. The reason you need to add pi over 2 to each answer is because the tan curve repeats every 180 degrees. So there are your answers. And the key thing really was using that tan 2a formula to make sure that we don't have tan 2y in the equation, we just have tan y. Join me again for more on trig equations. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be with you and the mercy and blessings of God.